Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mindful Mellow. We are in the final hours of 2025, and I thought we could use the Robin Wood Tarot deck, and we'll do a Celtic Cross Tarot reading. We'll see what comes up. And then, don't miss it, I'll do a New Year's Day reading, and we'll kind of look at some of where you're going in 2026, what to expect, what to be aware of, and we'll see what else comes up there. So let's just kind of... I love the Celtic Cross because it's a classic, but it does encompass a lot of different, your past, present, subconscious mind, you, what's coming at you, and an outcome. So it does kind of encapsulate almost everything you possibly want to know. Let's jump right into it. Current energy, we have the energy of Temperance. You're being crossed by the Hermit. Okay, so two major arcana cards. That's pretty significant. In the recent past, we have the Emperor. The Emperor, a third major arcana card. In the area of your conscious mind, we have the Ace of Pentacles. I love that. Subconscious mind, we have the Three of Cups. I love both of these for conscious and subconscious mind. In the near-term future, we have the High Priestess. Okay, so look, we really can't make this up. Tremendous major arcana energy right here, both in the current energy, the future, and the past, okay? So tremendous energy here. I really love to see this. It's really, really exciting. I want to zoom in, but I want to give you enough room to kind of see all the cards on the table. You are represented by the Hierophant, another major arcana card. So you saw that I shuffled these, so I don't know what's going on here. The Ace of Cups is in the area of your, the person or situation that's coming towards you. I was talking so much, I kind of forgot the order of the cards. And then in the area of your hopes and fears, we have the Fool, another major arcana card. And in the outcome, we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, so whatever's the outcome, this is fast movement. Something is coming and going fast. Energy is moving fast. You're moving fast. And opportunities are coming fast. Messages, everything's coming at you fast, okay? It might be like a whirlwind is the term that just came to me. Okay, so like I said, tremendous amount of major arcana cards here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 major arcana cards on the table, which is a real lot, especially given this amount. And the rest of the cards are really pretty phenomenal in and of themselves. So current energy, I love this because this is kind of like a great way to kind of wrap up a year or really anything, really. But the Hermit is kind of, he's up on the mountain, but he's kind of done some introspection. So you might be being called down from this mountain, but I do feel like you've done some introspection and you've identified some areas where maybe you're out of balance. Maybe you need to find some sort of peace and tranquility, and maybe you're doing that. And that could be just, with the year end and having time off. It could also just kind of be you consciously thinking about like where your life is going. What are you doing? And are you really doing what you really want to do and what's meaningful to you? These two cards are very, to me, they're very exciting, right? So they're 9 and 14. I do like the Hermit because like he is kind of like looking down. He's shining a light on something. So maybe you've done some work on yourself. Maybe you've been consciously or unconsciously, maybe you've been like kind of analyzing some of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, kind of like where your life is going. And then this is about, he's kind of finding a little bit of balance, but it's also it's angelic. I feel like with these wings here, it could be a bit of a blessing. I kind of what I'm gleaning from it. It's also about a little bit of insight, almost like it's not a rebirth card per se, but I definitely kind of feel kind of like a new dawn is the term that just came to me. And for the first time ever, this sun rising in the background is kind of catching my attention. Presumably it's a sun. It's coming over the mountaintops and there's some clouds. I'm getting like it's the dawn of a new day, a new dawn. Does that mean anything to you? It might, and maybe it should. Maybe you think about it and you'll realize it does. I'm definitely getting like a new dawn of a new day, something like that. Maybe finding some of that balance, having gone within and realizing, maybe you realize you deserve something more, you deserve better, or you really are, you've been kind of playing small, is maybe the term that comes to mind. In the area of the recent past, we have the Emperor. So the Emperor is, hey, maybe you are an emperor, maybe you've met an emperor. The Emperor, this is a person like he is a ruler. He is a wise, effective ruler that is highly regarded and highly respected. Maybe you're kind of seeing some evidence of that. Maybe realizing that, you embody some of this energy of the emperor. You've got that expertise, that wisdom, the experience, and you're kind of taking on that, embodying that kind of lifestyle, right? When we talk about, law of attraction, Neville Goddard, and even Abraham Hicks and Joe Dispenza and all of that, we talk about embodying the feeling of having, doing, and being that which we want to be, right? So if you are doing this, maybe you've been kind of embodying kind of that energy of the emperor, kind of being the sophisticated, well-loved ruler, so to speak, but also kind of being like an authority figure, being an authority figure on a particular topic or something. Doesn't necessarily mean you're an emperor of a village or a Roman Empire or anything like that, but it could be you're embodying the energy of somebody who is a well-respected leader, ruler, and someone who is known for their wisdom and their leadership, okay? So great place to be, right? And then when we talk about, I'm going to jump over to the coming future here. We have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess, this is a very intuitive, spiritual side. So to me, it's not lost on me that like your current energy with these three, we're definitely kind of getting some introspection here, and maybe you are coming into your own from an intuitive standpoint. Maybe you're learning to use your intuition more effectively. Maybe you're tapping into your psychic powers. Maybe you're realizing you have had psychic powers and you just haven't been using them effectively. But I am definitely getting, spending some time within, maybe doing some meditation, and then, you might find yourself being more intuitive in the coming weeks as we head into the new year, 2026. This could be a preview of what's coming in 2026. You might find yourself being very intuitive, getting hits, whether it be through, like the clairs, right? The claircognizance, clairvoyance, clairsentience, right? You might know things and might see things and might just be aware of things before there's really evidence around you to support the facts of those things. And that's certainly an exciting time. So the message here is be open to those intuitive hits, be receptive to that, and embrace them as they come, because it could be very meaningful to you. It could also kind of give you some of the insight you need to make a decision or to do whatever it is that you're looking to do. In the area of your conscious mind, I feel like this is a brand new beginning. Like this is a brand new beginning in finance. This could be a new job, a new business, something like that. But there's some sort of like an idea, like a spark, an intuitive spark, or an entrepreneurial aha moment is kind of what I'm getting. And it could be something you're celebrating. It could be something you're celebrating with friends, or it could be any celebration of friends that you get this intuitive hit. But this could also be like a celebration, right? So if you're starting off the new year with a new job or a new endeavor, you might be celebrating with your friends, and maybe that's kind of like, maybe the celebration is kind of like living in the end, right? So this could be your subconscious mind embodying the feeling of already having that new business, that new job, and kind of getting that because you've been kind of living and identifying as the emperor, okay? And so that would certainly be a wonderful and viable solution here, I think, right? You are represented by the Hierophant, which is a blessing. This is somebody who, again, kind of like the emperor, is like an authority figure. So I am kind of feeling like if you have been identifying as an emperor, living as an emperor, so to speak, in the true sense of the word, you are being represented by the Hierophant here. Now, this is a teacher, but this is somebody who is, that might be traditional in nature, but this is definitely somebody who is like held in high regard. So, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you might be undervaluing yourself, and maybe you are consciously aware of that now, and you've been, after doing some of the introspection we talked about here with the Hermit and the Temperance card, and you're finding that people really come to you, and you are more of a subject matter expert in something in particular. So certainly embrace this, okay? Embrace every moment of this, but you are, certainly in a wonderful position here. And the person situation coming to you is I think I said the Ace of Cups when I introduced this card, but I really meant the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a perfect match. This is a perfect match. This could be anything from, that sort of position, whether it's like as the emperor. Maybe you might be finding yourself connecting with someone who is an emperor, someone who has the emperor, embodies the energy of an emperor, somebody who is held in high regard, is very sophisticated, maybe has a well-established practice of something. That's kind of what I'm getting. It could also be this new beginning here, right? This could be this new job, this new endeavor. It could be a perfect match, and it could also be a perfect match with a person, right? Obviously, like that's usually what that means. It's like just like a perfect match here. It's not lost to me that we have more wings here. So we have the wings here and the wings with the Temperance card. Okay. So we have like the angelic. Why they feel angelic here? They don't feel angelic here. I forget what we call this thing with the symbol. It kind of reminds me of the medical symbol. My mom was a nurse, so I remember seeing that symbol quite a bit. But kind of resembles that to a degree. But definitely some connections there. In the area of your hopes and fears, I would say this is the hope. This is a brand new beginning. This is taking that leap of faith. We have a few beginning cards here. So we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Fool card. The Fool is like he's beginning a new journey. He's going on a journey. He has his faithful companion with him. He's a little bit eccentric, and but he kind of marches to the beat of his own drum. He's kind of playing his flute. He's got everything he needs in this backpack. And he's off. He's off to the races. This might be telling you to like embrace that new beginning and starting something new. Having that celebration with friends, doing whatever it is, embracing that and just going off and trying something new and wild, okay? So if you've been playing it safe in 2025, maybe 2026 is the year you play a little less safe. Maybe you do things that are more meaningful and fun to you. Excuse me. And then in the outcome, we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is about fast, swift action. This could be, this could bring in some idea, something coming towards you through this intuitive hit. An intuitive hit might bring a brand new beginning to you. Something like in a job or a career or a business or something related to that. And it might require that you kind of take that leap of faith. And it could happen very, very quickly. But this is all very positive, momentous movement is kind of what I'm getting. It's a very adrenaline type movement is what I'm intuitively feeling here. So, like I said, I really love this. I really love some of the energy here, particularly with these three cards, I think. This is a very intuitive to me. This is a very intuitive vibe that I get, and I think that this is definitely something you want to be mindful of and pay attention to and be open to any hits that you get intuitively. So with that, I thank you for being here. We'll be back again real soon.